Hey, good morning, everyone. Lisa Freed here. You're listening to episode 50 of Before My Morning Coffee on Rebel Hearted. And this morning, I'm just wanting to talk about is what you're consuming you. Because we are consuming all the time. All the time, whether it be what we're watching on TV, what we're reading, what we're seeing on social media, what it is that we are eating and feeding our bodies. We are almost always in a state of consumption versus creation. And it's very interesting to me, especially when at the time I was recording this, we were in a state of a pandemic. So, if you're listening to this and it's fresh and it's current, awesome. If you're listening to this and it's a long time after the fact, well, this is just kind of a little taste of what it was like to be right in it in case we forgot. We are being asked social distancing, stay home, avoid any unnecessary contact. And I am seeing lots of people post about people that are like over consuming. They're like, I can't look away from the news. It's on 24/7. I'm constantly scrolling. I'm not sleeping at night. I'm stressed. I'm anxious. I'm worried about the state of all the things. Like, what's the government doing? What is our country doing? What are my friends and family doing? What's just happening in the world? And I can totally appreciate being sucked in to consumption in that way, because I'm not going to lie. Yesterday morning, I didn't do anything really till 9:30 in the morning, because I was in that space of, I woke up, I started to do my morning routine, and then got drawn into, what's the news saying? What's the news saying? What transpired overnight, right? That may be affecting me and I don't even realize it yet. And to be honest, instead of energizing me and making me feel powerful, like, hey, look, I have this information, I came downstairs in my bathrobe, grabbed crackers, honey mustard pretzels, and cola bottle candies, and an orange. And I went upstairs, climbed back into bed with my laptop to do some work, but ended up just scrolling and reading and consuming. And that is perhaps the best example of how we must be mindful of what we are consuming, because it is affecting us. It is affecting us. And let me tell you, if you're curious how good a person feels after they have consumed President's Choice penguin crackers, honey mustard pretzels, and cola bottle candies, I can tell you that I wasn't feeling like an enlightened, energetic being at that moment. I was kind of feeling heavy and retaining water and gross. Now, am I saying that all of those things are like choosing crackers, choosing pretzels, choosing candy, if those are all like horrible things? No, they're not. And I also know that my highest and best self would definitely not be making those choices. So just like at any other time, I have the opportunity to choose again. Now, today, as you go about your day, I invite you to look at, like, what are you consuming? What are you consuming? Is it feeding fear, or is it feeding this desire to act from a place of love? Is it making you tap into peace and calm? Or is it, making you feel anxious and jittery and worried? Right? We know, our soul tells us through intuition and through emotion what is going on, right? Is it providing us with uplifting thoughts, or is it causing thoughts that are starting to drag us down? So that's what I wanted to talk about. Like, is what we're consuming you? Is what you're consuming you? Are you starting to feel scared, anxious, fearful, depressed, or are you able to bring your mind towards things that are uplifting? Are you focusing on what's working or what's not working? And this is always critical to do. And yet during times like this, even more so. So some of the changes that we are making here and that I am making, because I can only really speak to myself and what it is that I'm doing, I'm going to go through and put Facebook feed eradicators on my apps. I'm going to slow my scroll. I'll come and check on my friends and pop into groups that I support and cheer with as it is anyway. I will focus on creating content that will feed and nourish and nurture love in action more than creating even more fear. And I will also make sure that when our soul speaks to us, it speaks to us through intuition, and our mind exists in every cell of our body, not just, inside our skull. So when we want that clarity, when we want to know what's my soul trying to say, there's two things that really assist in this process, in tapping into this intuition. And they're not, they can't possibly be talked about enough, right? One, meditation. Spend time in meditation. For our family, we will be doing family meditations and group meditations together, and just being in this place of, be still and know that I am God, in this place of being able to hear those gentle whispers of soul, source, spirit, God, the universe, whatever words resonate, use those, right? And the other way is exercise. Exercise. And as we do that, there is a cleansing and a purification that happens. There is an energization that happens as we exercise. So those are two tools that I'm using. Well, and I even mentioned like Facebook feed eradicator. I'm not going to be checking the news all the time. I won't be allowing my daughter to be consuming news in that way. And I definitely will be asking my husband, so Chris, if you're listening, please don't watch the news the whole time. Check in, sure. 1, 2, 3 times throughout the day. No problem. Check in. It's good to know what's going on. And it's also good to decide what you're choosing to see, what lens you're choosing to see things through. So we're going to be limiting our news exposure. We're going to be limiting exposure to people in fear. So that comes through social media and everything. And that's no judgment on people that are feeling that way. By all means, no. And if you are feeling that way, please message me. Please get in touch with me. I'm happy to sit with you, pray with you, meditate with you, connect with you, converse with you, whatever it is. I'm happy to support you in these things. And I'm going to be sitting in meditation and in prayer. So if there's something I can lift in prayer for you, by all means, please let me know. And I am going to be working out. And I know a lot of gyms are closed right now. So there's a thing called Beachbody On Demand. I can put you in touch. I don't sell it. There's no affiliate fees that I am paid by supporting it. I can put you in touch with my coaches on Beachbody On Demand. They're supporting, they're loving, they're real. They are bodies in progress. So they are not like when you look and you're like, oh, I'm never going to be able to attain that perfection level of body. These are perfect bodies in progress. They are just amazing and wonderful people. So if I can support you by connecting them and support them by connecting you, Beachbody On Demand is a great way to be able to move your body and then just get outside. Get outside for a few minutes a day, even in our neighborhood. Today is St. Patrick's Day, and they ask that people around the neighborhoods put shamrocks in their windows so that as you go out for your walks, you can do a treasure hunt of these shamrocks. So how awesome is that? My husband goes to the dog park after it is dark at night, because that's when he loves to let our dogs run. But just get outside and enjoy fresh air. Know that this is happening for us, not to us. Remind yourself of that. Ground yourself into that. And be mindful. What am I consuming? The food choices count for a lot too. What are you eating? Something that is nourishing you and nurturing you? Or are you eating something that's numbing you? Clearly, I have no judgment on you, no matter what your choice is there, because I just admitted, hello, chips, candy. Well, it wasn't pretzels, candy, popcorn, you name it. I consumed it yesterday out of emotional eating, this uncertainty. So I invite you to just be aware of what it is that you are consuming and ensure that it is not consuming you. I wish you a day as beautiful as you. If you wish to carry on this conversation, you can find me friedtealisa@gmail.com or on Facebook, Lisa Fried Tea. I'll be back again tomorrow with another episode of Before Your Morning Coffee. Sending you so much love from my rebel heart to yours. Bye for now, everyone.